Okay, this is the second smoke alarm. The smoke alarm slash carbon monoxide smoke alarm. We're just gonna remove that now. You don't necessarily have to remove the battery the first thing. I'm just doing it. Okay. And it's pretty much once you remove and install one smoke alarm, they're pretty much all the same. But every once in a while you're gonna get wire nuts that happen to not come off properly, as you saw. If you watched the rest of the video, I encourage you, you watch these videos, you watch the entire thing, because you might miss something that I might have to say that might be important for you. Okay. I think I'm gonna flip my ladder around because the wire nuts are going across out the other way, and it's just easier for me so that you can see this. Hopefully, I've got extra wire nuts here in case I need them. Okay. I see I've got two red wires in the box, two whites, two blacks. Okay, so see, with regular wire nuts, with two solid and one stranded, there should be yellow wire nuts up here. I don't know why they use these other ones, but they did. Okay. I get it to a certain point, and I can feel it click off. So the wire nut. So that's why I know when I can start unscrewing it by hand. Okay, so that's the black. So I'm just going to put the black one on there. And I'm holding all the wires and the stranded one together. And then I pull on the stranded to make sure it's on there and it feels solid. See, I always like the wire nuts coming off to the right since I'm right-handed. Had I done it the other way, I would have flipped all the wires the other way, but I'm just doing it so you can easily see what I'm doing here. Okay, so I take that, and sometimes you flip it out. Now these two wires kind of came apart, so I can gently put them back into position. Hold the red wire up there, and they should go back together. Lots of guys, they'll say, hey, the two wires coming from the box, you should tighten those up with a pair of pliers first, get them all together before you attach your wire. I don't generally do it that way. Okay, some electricians do it that way, and but I figure when I put the wire nut in there, it's going to tighten over the wires anyways. And I very seldom have ever had an issue with a power issue by doing it that way with my wire nuts. Okay. There's my adapter, my old adapter and my new adapter. On there. That feels tight. That feels tight. And I try to remember about how the wires went up there, but especially if you got three or four wires into the junction box, then it makes it a little tricky to pull them out. You don't necessarily want need to pull them all the way out, and just enough to where you can get your wire nuts on there and have enough of your adapter sticking out like that. You see what I mean? Now those noises are coming from the old smoke alarm that I've already disconnected. And the batteries, I even removed the battery and it's still chirping at me. That's something. Okay. That up there. You see a theme here? I'm pretty much doing the same thing to each one. If you had an electrician come and do this entire job, oh yeah, you can do that, but it's going to cost you some money. He may charge you, I don't know how much he charge you, maybe he might charge you $250 or so, not including the smoke alarms. And maybe he gets you a different type of smoke alarm, and that's not going to be the ones that you want, or the ones that I've suggested. Okay, so many reasons why to do certain things yourself. If you watch my videos to learn how I do certain things, okay? All right, let's just get this one in there. Ah, this one's giving me some fits. What's happening here? Ah, it's not wanting to click on there. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh, there. Wow. It's just one of the little pokers wasn't lined up exactly right. Okay. Now I see where my writing is over here. I tighten it up. I want it facing over there. And I believe it's going. Yeah, it's going to right there. On. There we go. Voila. Okay. Now, I'm going to get ready to turn the breaker back on, but you know, when you get done with stuff, you see all this stuff down here on the floor? Look at all this stuff. Make sure you clean all this stuff up before you call it good. I've already vacuumed up in a couple rooms, and I'll have to get all my stuff together. And what I've done is, you always want to, at least, these were the standard smoke alarms, okay? They came out of this box, and they all come with an owner's manual. I've never really had to read one of these owner's manuals before to troubleshoot or find out what, because lots of times, especially for these, the lithium 10-year backup battery, there's generally nothing you can do to try to fix it yourself if you ever have an issue. But you know, you can keep an owner's manual to these, and here's the other owner's manual to the smoke alarm carbon monoxide. So I'll leave one of those each with the owner, and all the other stuff, all the old ones I'm going to throw away. But these batteries, you could probably reuse these batteries depending when the last time you replaced the batteries in these smoke alarms, because if you did it 6 months ago, 8 months ago, 9 months ago, whatever, these batteries still have life, so you could go ahead and save these. Don't throw those away. Okay, but as for all these old adapters, all the old smoke alarms, I'm not going to give these to somebody else saying, yeah, they might still work and that kind of stuff. These things are 20 years old, as I had shown you on the back of there. See, 2004, September 7th, 2004 is when this one was manufactured. Okay, that has met its life expectancy twice over. All right, no sense trying to save it to use some other time. All right. Okay, so now I could clean up, or I can turn the breakers on. I'm going to go ahead and turn the breaker back on, and I'm going to test these smoke alarms out and show you how to do that next.